Okay, hello. So I'm going to be putting together my Ikki Aurora 68 that I got from Wuku Studios. I have the kit here and I have the build guide set up on this little screen. Let me just get that ready. So, of course, first thing you want to do is audit your kit. I feel like I'm at work, auditing kits before they go into production. We have the badging, some extra hot swap sockets. Oh, a hex screwdriver with it. And extra diodes. I hope I don't need those because I don't actually know what to do with those. These little bags are super cute. I'm going to keep these and reuse them, definitely. Okay. Bag 2, put the cable aside. Get this case out of the way. I'm sorry, that's really loud. The brass weight out of the way and toss that bubble wrap because my cat loves to chew on bubble wrap. It's super gross and it makes a really gross noise. Do not recommend chewing on bubble wrap. The carrying case that it came with is really nice. It has like that soft feel to it. That aside. So I put on my Instagram a vote on what keycaps to pop on this as soon as it was done between PBT Heisenberg and GMK Noel. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm probably going to get lots of comments about how I mispronounced it. GMK Noel. Mostly because I've been watching the British baking show and one of the guys on there it's spelled that way and it's pronounced Noel, so I think it's Noel. So I do love that the case, I got mint, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Thought I'd be adventurous because I usually get really boring colors. So this time I decided to get mint. And it's going to come with a matching plate as soon as I can get it out of the plastic. Let's pop this out. There we go. Cute little mint plate. Aluminum plate. So just going down the kit audit list, we have our top case, we have our bottom case, we have our hot swap PCB, and I cheated because I put the stabilizers on ahead of time because I am not confident enough to put them on while live, because I'm kind of garbage at putting stabilizers on. Like, it takes me way too long. It takes me longer than I feel like it should. And those are the screw-in Durock staplers. And so plate, the coiled cable that I set aside. We have a set of pour-on gaskets and a set of silicone gaskets. Not sure which one I'm going to end up using. Let's keep going. Is garbage. This cute little coin that came with it shows that I guess my keyboard is number 910. Not sure. Probably can't read that. It's super blurry. But yeah, my keyboard with the logo chip says it's 910. And I didn't join the group buy on the badge. Mostly because I just totally spaced out on it. I couldn't decide which ones I wanted, so I ended up not getting any, and that is the story of my life. So this is just the default badge, which is fine. I'm not mad. I like this design. Hopefully they reopen the group buy at some point so I can get one of the cuter ones, like the Bongo Cat. That's a really cute one. But they had a whole bunch of them where people submitted their own designs, and it ended up there were a lot of really good ones. Anyway, so badge base, badge. This is the badge base. Okay, let me scoot everything over because I actually have everything laid out. It's just not on camera, so it's useless. Sorry. Here's the silicone dampener between the plate and PCB, and a dampener between the PCB and the bottom case, which is down here. This is going to be a weight pad, but it will be replaced by the brass weight that I purchased separately. So, screws, standoffs, this really cute thing that's in the shape of like a bear. It just looks like a bunch of bear pancakes. I actually don't know what these are because I don't see them on the build guide anywhere. So yeah, I don't know where these are or where these go, but they look like little bear-shaped pancakes, which is cute. Okay, diodes, feet, all this fun stuff. Okay, so now that we have everything, we need, well, the first thing I'm going to need to do is test the PCB. So I installed the stabilizers first, but I did not test the PCB. I know you're supposed to test the PCB first. I know. It's just like how you're supposed to, you know, do a patch test when you try new skincare, but I don't. And I know you should, but again, I really don't. So let me get on to the keyboard tester, handy dandy keyboard tester. And test the PCB. So get that going, launch the tester, and then plug in my keyboard cable. I'm using Oh, how pretty! It's so bright. Yeah, I got the botanical cable as an extra from Space Cables. That kind of cost an arm and a leg, so that's the only cable I have. Let's get started on, oh god, that LED for the badging is so bright. So just pop tweezers in here to make sure that the connections work. Let's see how far in I actually have to do it. That's what she said. Oh, okay, that definitely did it. That's kind of finicky. I've never actually tested hot swap with tweezers before. It's usually the solder, so like the connection, like the place where you can make the connection is much bigger and less finicky. For these, I definitely feel like I'm not getting the right spot. And then it clicks really loudly. Okay, that's actually really satisfying. Okay. Yep. I hit 5 twice. I'm nervous. I don't want to pop these sockets out. I don't know how sensitive the sockets are for hot swap. Again, this is my first hot swap board. Okay. Almost there. Man, these are really small tweezers, but the contact points are really small that you have to make on the actual sockets. Okay, almost done with the top row. LEDs are so bright. I really like that. It'll look really nice with this case. Okay, insert, get it. It works. Page up, delete. Come on. What is this? What button are you? Page down. Okay, got it. Let's see. This is an arrow key, definitely. Up arrow. Left arrow. I did not anticipate that finding the contacts would be so finicky. Do I want to keep testing this? It's taking forever. I never actually got the first one, did I? Oh, there we go. Okay. Working our way through QWERTY. Someone's going to tell me later that there is a way easier way to figure out where the contacts are. But I guess that's life, isn't it? You have to do it the hard way first. Okay. This one. Right? I don't see what that button is. Caps lock. Oh, yeah. And it has that LED indicator light that the caps lock is on. That works. I got 2 in a row. Okay. This is kind of like therapeutic. Though I do miss how easy the soldering PCB is. Okay, making our way. Okay. You know, I'm a little worried. Oh. Okay, so that's the first time I've seen that, where probably for the backslash and the enter key, we'll probably have to put in the switch differently. What was that? I probably need to look when I do this. Yes, okay, shift. Shift works. Yes, pressed X like 3 times. Wow, this is so finicky. At least it works. I was worried about frying the PCB, so I was super careful to make sure to use cardboard. Okay, almost done. Win, Alt, nope, not gonna use that. Come on, spacebar. Give me a spacebar. I don't need that. 2 more. What's this one? Okay, hold on to this one. Okay, control, hit control 2 times. Brace these hot swap sockets. I'm just not pushing right into them. Oh no, does this not work? Let's see. The hot swap sockets still look like they're attached. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that so that when I populate it with the switch, I'll have to test it and make sure it works. But at least the rest work. Though honestly, I don't press that button anyway. Okay, not a big loss. Okay, PCB tested. Ugh. Take that out, plug that back into my tofu, which is my daily personal computer driver. Okay, so after testing PCB, they always say to install the feet first, just in case, like onto the case, just in case like you scratch anything while you're moving things around, which makes sense for a lot of boards, but I don't know about this one since I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I dropped some of the plastic thingies that you add in to like modify the bounciness, I guess. Okay, it's fine. Let's just keep dropping everything while we're at it. Happy Thursday. Okay, let's get these feet on. Get my tweezers. These are really big feet. I guess you know what they say about big feet? That's right, big keyboards. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. That's really good color matching. Oh, 3M. So yeah, this is my first keyboard that I'm doing on stream, which is cool because then I don't feel so alone. Of course, I'm really only able to do this for hot swap keyboards because I really prefer to solder outside, just because there's just flux. Flux is not fun. You don't want flux flu. Nice. That's right. I love making really bad references and really bad jokes. That is what people come here for, and that's why I only have one viewer. Hi, Ed. Okay. So they're saying step 4 is to install the badge base. The badge base. So what this needs to be this way. Drop the badge base with the stems facing down. Really? Oh, then it needs to go this way. Right? Oh. Oh. I'm fine with it not growing, honestly. It's more intimate this way. I don't know why this... Okay, I guess I have to take the screws out. They already have the screws installed. I'm really nervous that I'm going to strip the screw, which I've done before. I did it on my GMMK Pro, where I totally stripped the screw on the outside of the case. So it's just gonna have to be like that forever now. That's just the way it is. I'm never changing the switches, even though it's hot swap. I'm never doing anything with it ever again. That's just how it's gonna be forever. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm afraid I'm going to strip this screw because it's totally screwed on super tight. I'm feeling a little set up. This is the first time with this board specifically, yes. So I have the build guide in front of me on a different screen. But, oh, okay, I'm not gonna mess with that. Oh yeah, if I look like a pro to you, that is really nice because I really am not. I've only built 3 boards. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 boards. 2 of them were soldered boards, and 1 was a hot swap board. And I actually really enjoy soldering. It's very satisfying. Plus, I get to wear a mask. Well, right, like that's really special nowadays, right? But I have to wear like goggles and a mask. Okay, I'm not messing with that right now because I'm going to strip the screws. So yeah, again, I cheated and I installed the staplers. Hot swap is easily changeable switches. So this is a PCB for a hot swap board. The top looks the same for hot swap versus solder, but the difference is on the back. They have these, like normally you would see holes here, like 2 holes here, but they have installed hot swap whatchamacallits here. And so because of that, you don't have to solder them in. They make contact by being pushed in. And so with that contact, it's enough to obviously type. But yeah, so that way you can just pop out the switches whenever you want and you can change them. The only difference really that people find between hot swap and solder is, I guess, like, you know, the typical gatekeeping stuff. Oh, solder is better because that was the original like way you had to do it, and like it's more effort instead of these people who use hot swap now and blah 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 blah. But it's not a big deal. The only real difference that I've noticed is that for hot swap, the sound profile is a little bit higher pitched, whereas for solder you get more of like a thunk thunk thunk, which is what a lot of people like to hear. Like it's just, it all comes down to personal preference, right? So people don't mind the hot swap because, yeah, exactly. The old way is always best, like medicine. You're right. And how awful you had to deal with the side effects in order to not have polio. So yeah, anyway. So, I mean, no hate either way. Everybody gets into it in their own way, and a lot of people prefer hot swap. It's a great way to try out new switches. It's a great way to see what you prefer. And group buys take so long that, you know, anything that gets you into it and gets you building is worthwhile. So yeah, anyway, the next step would be to install the stabilizers. These are lubed and installed with washers in the back so that they don't short the connections. Let's see what the next step is. So the next optional step is to apply standoffs. And that kind of just like creates gaps like that you would want. It's totally optional. I'm probably not going to do it because I don't have very much experience with it, and I would rather try it without standoffs. So yeah, we'll skip that. So let's get the dampening pad. This sexy looking thing right here. Super floppy, super malleable, lots of holes in it. let's see. The dampening pad. So I'm going to hop to look for that other thing that I dropped, because I guess I'm really good at dropping things during stream. Because I dropped another one of these, I think. Did I only drop the one? I only see one missing. Okay, maybe I only dropped one. That's not bad. A+. A-. Probably A-. Yeah, it is easy to lose pieces because you see all these little pieces over here. And then we also get like little baggies of these screws. And I was saying these little bear-shaped pancakes here that aren't on the list. So I actually don't know what they're for. We'll find out. So, okay. Let's see. So let's get this plate. I love the color of this plate. It's minty and nice. Okay, so normally is this how it would be? No, this is upside down. Don't install the plate upside down. No, you're right. IKEA, if you have extra pieces left over, you have totally screwed up and you cannot redo it again. Like if you take it apart, you might as well just smash it with a hammer, because like you're not going to be able to get it back together. I'm having such a hard time with this. Okay, this is how it needs to be, right? Yeah. Because this is where the space bars would go. This is where enter. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I love this color. So during the group buy, I think there were 4 options. There's the clearish black. There was the devoted version, which was like a collaboration with a keycap designer, so it matched, I guess color matched. And then Mizu, which is another color match based on another keycap design, which is super popular. Mizu is like the one that got away for a lot of people. If you look up GMK Mizu, you'll see, and like people just drool all over it. It's definitely one of those really, really hard to find ones, and it's one of those ones that if you find it on the aftermarket, they will sell it to you for like crazy, like $400, and it's super used. They'll ship it to you in bags, and it will be like shiny from their like hand oils touching it. So it's like it's something. It's something else. So let's see. I guess. Oh. So I guess you're supposed to be putting it on like this, right? Like this. Judging by the photos on the build guide, I guess it doesn't really matter because it can only go one way. Yeah, I think it's one of those ones that like it's okay. Mizu's okay, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for even saying that. But it's definitely one of those like community hyped things, and so everybody feels like they have to have it. I'm like super distracted. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this. I'm really nervous. Yes, it is a safe color scheme. So let's see. So I mean, here, which one's the backup light? Guessing this is the front. Oh, I'm holding it backwards again. This is really confusing. Yeah, this has to be the front. It's fine. The whole point of doing this is doing it while chatting, so it's fine being confused. You can just watch me be confused. This is totally fine with me. Let's see. Okay, that looks right. Okay. I mean, this is like, right? No. That's not right. Oh my God, why am I so confused? Let me do it this way then. Yeah, no, let's normalize confusion. There is too much out there where people are too afraid of doing the wrong thing. But that's fine. Let's all do the wrong. Wait, let's not all do the wrong thing. That is not the right message I should be sending out into the world. Don't listen to me. Okay. Okay, this looks better, right? Yeah, this looks way better. Look at that. Look at that. Snap. Okay, so doing it this way makes way more sense. To me. To my brain. Okay, so now we need to put screws into it. How do I know what screws go into it? This looks right. 4 short screws, because I'm guessing these need to go into the case. A keyboard, I mean, normally when you watch streams online, they can go for hours, like 3 or 4 hours, but I think they also include soldering. So without soldering, just a hot swap board, you could probably get it done in like half an hour, 45 minutes maybe. And I think it also includes like lubing switches too. So it's just like really time consuming, and I don't understand how people can sit for that long. Like once in one go, because it's not these screws. These don't fit. So yeah, like the pros can do it super fast. So like hot swap, maybe. Hi, Versa Keys. Yosh, good to see you. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, the pros can do it super fast. Hot swap probably in like 30 to 45 minutes. And then like the fancy stuff in a couple of hours. If you also include switch lubing. Oh, I need washers, don't I? Yes, you want to use washers when you're sticking anything metal in something like a PCB. Is that far enough in? There are so many screws. I was thinking this was gonna be cake, because it's like a beginner board, right? It was like $129. So I didn't think that it was going to require. Okay, maybe I will use the standoffs if that's what it takes to get the screws. Let me see. Oh. Supposed to use the badge screws, these same screws that I can't get out because they're super tightened. Oh. This is really embarrassing, but the screw's coming out now. This thing that I was complaining about for like 20 minutes just totally popped out without me even trying. God, I hate my life sometimes. I think this is just how life goes. I'm like sweating because I'm embarrassed. Okay, I got the badge screws out, so let's go back and pop that in as step 2. Okay. Okay. I mean, it says to align the holes on the PCB to the standoffs, use the badge screws to attach the plate to the PCB. These screws are too short. So it makes me think, do I have to use these, but then won't I need the badge screws? I'm really confused. Oh, nothing else fits in here except for these short little things. It has to be these, right? Hang on. Wow, it even says explicitly that you don't need to use washers here. But like, I feel like that goes against all of the things I've learned from work about how you should use washers. This is fine. Whatever, this is fine. Well, there's fire everywhere. This is fine. I don't know. Okay, is this going in? Hang on, let me take that washer back out. Sticky washer. Sticky little washer. Okay. Yeah, they look like literally the badge screws. And there's only 2 of those. So there are 4 of these. Okay, well, let's just see how this goes. There's just no way. Oh God, don't do that. There are other screws in here. Okay, you know what? Just... I mean, I don't know how to do that without using the standoffs. It makes me think I need to use the standoffs so that they actually reach. Yeah, there's threading there. Okay. It does say explicitly not to tighten them too tight because it will damage the plastic. So I will try to be careful not to do that. Let's see. Oh, that didn't do anything. Okay, let's try this again. Is it even in there? This is so finicky. Maybe I should have practiced this before I got on stream. I was just like, nah, this is a cheap board. I can do it. It can't be that hard. It probably isn't that hard, but I am making it way more difficult than it needs to be. But it's fine. We're fine. It's still early. What time is it? It's a 9:09. We got all the time in the world to make a whole bunch of mistakes. All right, here we go. Okay, try this again. Looks so pretty. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, all these screws look the same now. God. Like, I like that they've made screwdriver. I mean, I'm sure this has been this way for a really long time, but screwdrivers and the screws are both magnetic, so they at least like attract each other, which is great. That looks good. Okay, that's much better. It says the standoffs are optional, but I don't think they're optional. I would amend that. Okay, so we are still at step 5, which is fine, not bad. Out of how many steps are here? Step 8? Step 8, we're on step 5. We're more than halfway there. But it's definitely one of those like standardized tests where it's like 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, you know? What does a victory lap with a keyboard entail? Do I get to smash it? Just thinking about it because I was watching Thursday Night Football, and the Buccaneers are playing Slapping the Keys and Eating the Peas. It's back. With Ed, it's back. But yeah, like one of the players on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is he's a big like spiker. So like, I mean, he wasn't playing today, but it doesn't matter. I always think about that when I think about him. Okay, so now place the silicone dampening. Oh. I guess. Okay, I guess that it is time to start installing the switches, which is exciting. So now, instead of my desk mat, we're going to use USPS cardboard, repping the USPS. Just so like you don't like short the PCB, because that would be a darn shame at this point. So yeah, using my Everglide jades that I lubed last week. Still sound good. Pretty much you just want to make sure you install them without bending the little pins. So the little contact pins, there are 2. You don't want to bend them because obviously then they won't make contact. And you pop them in until they're flush against the plate. In order to make sure that the distance between the plate and the PCB isn't crazy varied, you know, it's just good standard practice to kind kind of do the outside ones first to get the plate stable, and then just like populate them randomly, just to like spice up life, I guess. I don't know. Oh gosh. Am I doing all right still? Yes. I have not missed anything yet. Let's get these on the corners. Oh, and they do recommend bracing the hot swap thingies in the back, just because you don't want to pop them out as you're installing the switch. Because then you will likely have to solder the hot swap thingies back on, and that is a pain and a half. I do not recommend. All right, let's get that. So I already know that all of my keys on the PCB work, since I tested that before I started mucking things about. So if I test this again and I see that a switch doesn't work that worked before, you know, I'll just have to pop it back out and see what I did, if I bent the pin, or maybe if it's a faulty switch. It's possible it could be a faulty switch. I really hope I don't have any faulty switches, because I only have 69 switches and I need 68 for this build. So I can only afford to not have one work. But you know, that's really not that big of a deal, because there are obviously buttons. Oops, I bent the crap out of that. There are obviously buttons that you don't use very often, if at all. And so, you know, I would just replace, I would put all the working ones that I want on most of the keys, and then for the keys that, or if I don't have enough switches, then I would just put a different switch, because it doesn't really matter. I'm so nervous about these, because these came from Drop, and it came with like a bunch of other things, so when I opened these up, these were kind of smushed. So I really hope that these pins are straight enough. Okay. Keep working through, popping in the switches in the hot swap machine. Looks so pretty. The mint and then the white and the black. I think that looks really nice. So yeah, there's still time to vote if you want to vote on Instagram on the keycaps, because I'm between PBT Heisenberg, which is obviously inspired by Breaking Bad, and then GMK Noel. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for not saying that right, because that set is really popular and it's based off of an anime character. And I don't know enough about that anime to be able to say that name in confidence. With confidence. Where do I want to put that? I might need that to be upside down. I think I want this here for a standard caps lock key, right? Well, if I don't, I can always swap it. Just make sure this pin is straight. A lot of these pins are slightly bent, which is a big boo. Get my puppy tweezers. Not tweezers that are used on a puppy, but tweezers that have little puppy paw prints on them. Straighten those pins out. But yeah. No, it's a story. You silly goose. It's a story. If you click on the profile picture, it's the second one. I think, Ed, I think you even like responded to my story. You just didn't vote. Let's see. Do I want this here? Do I want this here? Does that look like it's more in the middle? That's a bad angle. Okay. I'm just guessing. Let's just throw switches in and figure it out. That's the beauty of hot swap, right? Oh, I didn't brace that one. I felt that one move. But that's the beauty of hot swap, is if it doesn't work out with the key set that you have, because not all key sets are compatible with a lot of different layouts and stuff. I'm just going to pop this out because I felt it bend strangely. Ah. Yeah, see, I bent the pin. Straighten it back out. Yeah, I was actually really surprised that so many people picked the GMK set, because I was thinking the same thing. You know, the green goes well with the green, the mint obviously, and then the yellow will pop. But again, there's a huge cult following with that GMK set, and it is really cute. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try it in a different socket. Okay, that felt better. Aesthetics over fandom. Okay, well, tell that to one of the most crazy fandoms. This is probably going to date me, but like tell that to Dave Matthews Band fandoms. The Dave Matthews Band fandom, okay? Because that fandom is crazy. You guys are crazy. But yes, I understand that making that reference probably totally dates me, and you guys all know how old I am. Which is fine. You know, this one really confused me. Do I have to put this in sideways? I just put the switch in sideways. 90% of the Dave Matthews Band fandom is your dad. Well, he has big fandom energy then, my friend, if that is the case. I mean, I guess nowadays, what's the relevant crazy fandom? It would have to be BTS, right? Like that's the thing that everybody's crazy about. I have 2 family members who are really, really into BTS, and so I know so much more about them than I would ever care to know. But I guess that's just the price of unconditional love. You get information about BTS that you don't care about. No way. You've never heard of BTS? I mean, you know what? At this point, it is nice when people are excited about stuff. I would really, really recommend not going down that rabbit hole, because that is a deep rabbit hole. And when I first found out about BTS, I don't remember exactly when. It must have been in 2019, because it was when we were still like in the office and stuff. Like I watched some of their music videos for the first time, and wow, that was a trip. Like, good on them. They're really good dancers. Like, they're amazing performers, and I totally like respect that, and I get it. But that was definitely a shock. to me. And I mean, this is coming from someone who loves Korean dramas, right? Like, Rue and I used to have binge days where my best friend and I would go to the other person's house at like as early as we could do it. So, this is like right out of college. Yeah, it is incredible. But like we'd go to one or the other's house at like 11. Bring lunch home and then just sit on the couch until like midnight watching Korean dramas. Like, no joke. And this was before Netflix went in like on millions of dollars on the Korean drama train. So like, they're like old school Korean dramas, okay? And, the types of Korean dramas that actually ended at the end of the season instead of what Netflix is doing with every single one of them and leaving it open for a season 2, which drives me nuts because that totally goes against, one of the big things I loved about Korean dramas. I heard that. That sounded bad. Because it's like, oh, don't turn it into How I Met Your Mother, right? Yeah, exactly. Plan an ending. Because, going back to Breaking Bad, that's what made Breaking Bad so successful because it was super planned out. There was a lot of foreshadowing because of it, like because of the great plan or whatever, you're able to get to the ending you want the way you want and in a way that is satisfying for viewers. And there just aren't enough shows like that. It's really disappointing. This is really weird to me that you have to put the switches in sideways. I've never done that. I think that went in weird, but I don't know how to get this back out. We're just gonna roll with it. These pins, they're crooked. Gosh, I'm really bad at remembering to brace the hot swap thingies in the back because I keep feeling them move when I push them in, when I push the switches in. The little default emojis on Streamlabs is like really funny. Like a little ghost. Okay, I'm almost done. This is taking way longer than it should because I keep talking, which I guess is the point. It would be weird if I was doing this without talking. Okay. Working. Okay. Let's go. This is bent. I need to fix it. Yeah, seriously, if I did not lube and install my stabilizers ahead of time, I would definitely still be doing that right now. I'm at about the 1 hour point. And yeah, I would definitely still be doing it right now. It really shouldn't be that time consuming. So really the only one oh, that's super bent. Just put that down and walk away. The one that I'm really concerned about was this this enter key right here. I really don't know how I can pop this back out without like, oh, it's moving. Okay, great. I don't know. This looks like I'm supposed to put it in sideways, which, I mean, I guess. Everything can be manhandled a little bit, maybe. Most of the time, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Okay, I'm just gonna... This just doesn't seem right. Oh. Hey, big clue, look at that. The hot swap thingy is sideways. So yes, I'm supposed to be installing it sideways. Look at that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, so here we go, bare bones typing. Ta-da! That's really satisfying. I like all of those colors together like that. Okay, then let's move on. Oh, right. I still need that, don't I? Let's see, where am I? I almost feel like I should test this before I move on. Well, let's move on to the badge at least. Insert the logo chip. Well, I would either have a blank logo chip or a logo chip with the Wuku logo on it. Not sure. So it won't actually be blue. It would be this color. Don't know which one to decide to use. I mean, I guess we'll go with repping the brand, right? Which way does this go? It's lightning bolt, and then it would go here. So it would shine through because there are 4 LEDs right here. And so having this here, the light would shine through and show the logo. The other choice is to leave it like this so it won't shine through. I guess I'll just go with this. It says you're supposed to slide it through, but there's like not a lot of give. Oh, okay. Says to use tweezers to push it in the rest of the way. I'm going to use my switch remover. This is not a good angle for you to see, is it? Sorry. No. Twitzers it is. Okay. That looks good. So yeah, so now you'll see the Wuku Studios logo. I need to move that over. That's not quite right. Okay, that looks much better. I do like the Wuku Studios logo because it looks like a Pikachu tail with like a Brachiosaurus neck. That's not in focus, sorry, or in frame. Sorry. So, yeah, cute. So now I'm going to set this aside. Oh yeah, Wario. That makes way more sense. You're right. Okay. Let's prepare the bottom case. This guy. So, I mean, these just have the gasket chips, and I have the choice to either use silicone or pour on. I don't really know the difference. I think one of them is supposed to give more of like a springy, situation that people prefer. I don't know if we want to go springy or if we want to go more supportive. I don't know. Clear or black? What do you think, Ed? You get to pick. Come on, don't. Oh, springy sounds nice. Can you actually see this? Probably not. Like, unless you partially put it together and like without putting the top case on, or like looking down at it while you have the top case on, and then like really pushing on it while you're typing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would really be the only way to see it. But black? Okay, we can do black. So yeah, they do have a gasket mounting guide, which I am ill prepared for. So let's see. So these chips, gasket chips, came with the board installed already. Let me pop out this thingamabob. So yeah, these gasket chips are just like here. You saw me pop one out by accident. There. Just like that. So anyway, using these gives you kind of like that springy experience, like I mentioned, or like a firmer experience. Again, it's just one of those things that comes down to personal preference. This is interesting that they're using gaskets for that purpose. A lot of people, you know, find the springiness, the softness, or the like firmness experience coming out of the plate material. So, you know, they're coming out with like really cool plate materials. You know, this is aluminum, which is just like how it's been, like it's just standard. It's firm. And, you know, they have FR4 plates, they have carbon fiber plates, they have polycarbonate plates. They have so many different plates now, and it's kind of overwhelming. But I feel like it's been really popular recently and trendy to do the polycarbonate, just because it is very springy, like very soft. And then at the same time, they're way more affordable. Like obviously it's way more affordable than brass. My tofu actually, I think, has a brass plate, and that one's really firm, but it's very satisfying. So yeah, again, it's always personal preference. So let's see. Anyway, the top case has the like cutouts. I don't know if you can see it because it's pretty translucent, but it has like these cutouts where you can install the gaskets as well. So you'll see some gaskets down here and some up here. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that out. Okay, so I mean, I'm just probably going to insert them all because why not? We're here, might as well, unless I find it too time consuming, and then I'll just not. So this is these are the pour-on gasket strips. So we're just gonna pop those in. They're slightly adhesive, which is fine. Wow, that is really soft. So squishy. I mean, it's really, it's just because of like how overwhelming it is to join group buys now. Because there are just so many choices, right? Like when you sit there, you think you're just going to get a keyboard kit, but then you get caught with questions of, you know, what plate do you want? What kind of like mounting system do you want? Because there are some keyboards out there now that have like multiple ways that you can mount them. So when I mean mount, I mean like how you mount the top, this guy. So like there are a whole bunch of buzzwords around that now. Like there's like a top isolation mount. There's the gasket mount, which is what you're seeing here. They're just, so group buys, are driven by, creators. So the people who want to create these boards, a lot of these are passion projects for them. Like a lot of people they don't really do this for the money. Like it's really not that common because, you know, these group buys take so long. So basically they get decided on by the creators who want to build, you know, a fun keyboard or find a new challenge or whatever. And they pretty much like advertise it and say, you know, we need to reach an MOQ, minimum order quantity of such and such before we move forward. But they usually do like a group buy window where you plunk down your money and you don't see it or anything come from it until the group buy concludes. And keyboards have been faster than keycaps just because of the resin shortage. But keyboard group buys have been getting a lot more expensive recently because of the raw material constraints, like globally with aluminum and all that other stuff. So because of that, like group buys are taking forever. And especially with aluminum cases and stuff with like machining requirements, they're more expensive. No, you know what you're gonna get. You pretty like they do really good renders. A lot of times for keyboard group buys, they build samples first. So they have samples on hand. They send them out to streamers to build the prototypes so people can kind of get an idea of what they're getting into. So like, yeah, for keyboard ones, people definitely know what they're getting into. All the specs have kind of been like 80% confirmed, and you plunk down your monies and you just wait. It is a huge waiting game, and I don't understand why I'm a part of this hobby, but here I am. But things are starting to trickle in, which is really cool, despite the fact that I will not be seeing my GMK keycaps for probably another year. My first GMK set that I joined a group buy on was GMK Tutsi? I don't know. I can't pronounce it. I think it's Mandarin. But that I went in on that last year or I guess 2021 in February, and they haven't completed the color matching phase yet, which, I mean, not like it really matters anyway, because GMK, it's based in Germany. They have a really bad resin shortage. So a lot of times the group buy conclusion date, you basically have it. But a lot of times the group buy conclusion date is set, and either they will take it at that quantity, or they'll say we don't have enough and it doesn't move forward. But most of the time they take it at that quantity because obviously, you know, it's a lot easier to make 250 boards as opposed to like 1200. And so, yeah. And then after the group buy concludes, regardless of whether or not it hits MOQ, the order gets placed. Yeah, so if they don't hit their minimum quantity, they'll have to refund it, which has been the case for a lot of GMK keycap group buys over the last few years that I've noticed, or the last year. That money gets refunded and stuff like that. But sometimes vendors will buy them out and to reach MOQ because they think that the keycap set will be popular enough to sell them at like the higher price when they actually get the stock. So it is a risk, and some vendors are willing to take that risk. But if not, then yeah, for keycaps especially, money gets refunded. There has been a time, there was a keyboard that went to group buy, was fully funded, went to production. The materials were bought, but then they ended up with so many quality issues that they just refunded everybody's money back and said, we're going to work on this for round 3. Everybody who got a spot for round 2 will get priority round 3. So it's like really just like a passion project. Like these are so many passion projects that even if they don't reach MOQ a lot of times, especially for keyboard group buys, they try and make it work because it's something that they want to do. And then that actually kind of translates into the marketing for it because like there's no real marketing, right? There are no ads for it or anything like that. But, people see and appreciate when these manufacturers or these people, these small groups of people are so passionate about this, like keyboard, that like it, I have not seen it be an issue to reach MOQ for keyboards. That might be an issue with keycaps, but for keyboards, a lot of times they have to end it earlier because there is enough demand for it that they can't accept more than, 500 or 600 without, expecting a year-long wait time, which is not something that people want to do. Let's see. I know I need to finish this at some point. People say that you can take some of these out and leave them out, but I think I'm just going to leave them all in because why not? I'll try them again at another time with them taken out if I feel so compelled. Yeah, it is really fun. And I think the reason why I ended up getting so into this hobby was because, I wanted to surround myself with these people who are so passionate about it, right? Like seeing these people post it on their Instagrams and stuff, like they're so excited about it, and you can't not like help but share in that excitement, which is a lot of fun. And like this is exactly what people need in a time where it's just so depressing out there. And people, most people want to do right, but there have definitely been times that I've seen where people take everyone's money and then kind of run off with it. I've seen that. It's terrible. And there have been people out there who have been scammed. And yeah, it's terrible, especially since like a lot of these keyboards aren't cheap, right? Like a lot of times you're plunking down like $300-400 and you get nothing. And like that, it hurts. It hurts, man. Okay, so let's move on to the various dampening pads. These guys are intended to mute the sound profile so that it doesn't sound pingy or empty, like an empty chamber. It instead sounds like it's got the thock which is what people say. So anyway, this is the big silicone dampener inside the bottom case. Let's see. I don't have a Bluetooth battery. This is compatible with a Bluetooth battery. But since I won't have one and this will stay wired, I need this one too. Yes, definitely. There aren't that many designers. I've definitely seen the same names very frequently. And so, yeah, there are a lot of trusted designers out there that people love to support. People love having their boards. I know that there's one company called Matrix Labs, and there are people who just like want to collect all of the Matrix Labs boards. And yeah, and like these people are really active on Discord too. And so like it's just, you want to support these people because, yeah, you want to support people who are really into things like this. You want to see these types of projects. And you get like a really cool custom thing out of it, right? So I actually don't think I need this one because I'm going to use the brass weight instead. So really, literally the only point to having a brass weight is to make it heavier, because I prefer a heavier keyboard. I want this to double as something I can hit somebody with if somebody tries to rob me. So this is the design on the weight. It's so cute. I mean, I guess you could put it this way. I don't think it really matters, right? Me and design, I mean, the design part would probably be really fun. Just because, like, for my job, like, I don't design fun things. I have to design functional things. And so being able to design something like this would be really cool, but I don't know if I have the time for that. It is a time sink, because there's a lot of stuff that you have to like be on top of in terms of timelines and stuff like that. And also, like, people are really good at renders, and I am not about that life, like 3D renders and stuff. Look at that. That is just adorable. Okay, so, oh, I see where the pancake bears go. Okay, we're almost there. I mean, if you want to get better at it, the best thing to do is to just do it, right? Why not? You won't know how to get better at it until you suck at it first. You have to suck at it first. Only a-holes are good at it the first time. You have to suck at it first, and then you get better. Okay, so the longer... Yeah, I know. There are only so many things that you can get into at once, right? But have it as something on the back burner. Like that would be worthwhile to pursue for sure. And this community is definitely amazing. I love this community. Everyone's really nice. Well, if you do want to do it someday, I wouldn't mind collaborating on stuff. That would be cool. Wait, so it said I need 8mm and 6mm. But these all look the same to me. Right? Are these 8mm? These are all the same size. Let me see. I mean, I in theory, I guess that's too big. I don't know. 8mm screws on the top left and top right, 6mm screws on the bottom. I only have 3 sizes, so it would have to be these. Right. Right? Okay, someone just say right. Someone said right. Okay, perfect. These are hex screws. These are hex screws. Where is my hex screwdriver? There it is. All right, here we go. Tedious. Tedious. Oh, you know what? Let me put all the screws on top of the dumpling. There we go. Am I supposed to use washers for this? Oh God, am I supposed to use washers for this? Wait, no, this is too big. Okay. Okay, undo. I get it. Come on. Latch. Is this too short? These look like these should fit. Why don't these fit? Does this fit? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, no, these don't fit. But the longer ones of the short ones don't catch on the threading either, so what do? What do? Okay, that feels right. Okay. This is fine. We're fine. Okay, there's that. Get this in here. I love the design on the badge. That's so cute. I know, it's kind of a shame you don't see it, huh? Okay. So this is where you put the little pancake bears. So flippin' cute. Oh, wow, that's really clever. It has that little suction thing. You stick it in the suction thing. Oh, that is just so cute. Okay, so I don't have a Bluetooth battery, so I don't need to do that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, it would. It would go really well. I guess that's why they have gold hardware. Okay, so let's pop this on. I really, really, really feel like I should test this before I close everything up to make sure that all of my switches are populated properly. I'm looking for my mouse. Okay. Let's open up the keyboard tester. The keyboard tester website is amazing, by the way. It's really funny. Okay, let's try this out. Then you'll get to see, where is it? Ah, LEDs. They're so bright. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. Okay. If you're hearing clicks, it means you have connection. One of these days I'll figure out. Oh God. That's weird. Oh God. Yeah, that Q switch is like going crazy. But anyway, one of these days I'll figure out how to get the screen cast on here too. N's not working. Is it because I bent a... Yes, I did. I bent a pin. Okay, let's try this again. Technically shouldn't be doing this when it's plugged in, but here we are. Yes, that works. So when I tested this button on the PCB before I populated it with a switch, it didn't work. So I think this button doesn't work on the PCB. Which I could complain and get a replacement PCB, but I don't use this button, and I think it would be more work for everybody involved. So I think I'm just going to leave that as is. It's just going to be a dummy. That is the right. I don't know what this is. Probably the right window key, because the Alt works. Anyway, I mean, I'm fine with it because I don't use those buttons anyway. So that's fine. I need to figure out this Q button though. It's totally going crazy. But is that a... You know, maybe I'll have to flash it with the software. Maybe that'll fix it. Could it be contact sticking? That's true. It might as well be a barren wasteland over there. I literally don't press any of those buttons. Oh my God, oh God, oh God, okay, okay. Okay, I get it. I need to unplug you first. Oh God, is it this one? Yeah. Is it this one? Yeah, it is. I think it'll help if I change the switch. Let's change the switch. Okay, plug you in. You're right. It's the switch. That's much better. Thank you. All right. Switch 69 has been eliminated. 68? 68? Anyway. That is the most important thing you can have as an engineer or a builder. You just have to be really good at guessing. Okay, let's move on and plop everything in, close everything up, and actually finish this finally. So just make sure that the plate and everything lines up. The cutouts on the plate line up with the holes. That looks good. Oh, wait. I never put this back. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. It was on the top case. Okay. Never mind. Psyching myself out here. Okay. Well, do I need to put this on the top case first? Or the top? Press the assemble plate and PCB combo on top of the bottom case. Oh yeah, I need to align the USB port. That is the most important part. I love that all of these keyboards use USB-C. Okay, that looks good. Screwing on the screws. These long screws, I'm guessing. Oh, good. Well, but am I supposed to put this on first? No. Okay, so flip this whole thing over. Oh, good. It's actually really, it has a nice heft to it with the brass weight. Okay. That looks like a keyboard. So it recommends popping them in this order. I'm not in frame. Sorry. Okay. Start with the corners. Of course, opposite corners. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, why did that one fall so far in? I think I'm gonna have to pop that out. Okay. 2. Gotta remember not to tighten them too tightly since we are dealing with a injection molded case. 4. This is not catching in the threading. There we go. Good job. 5. 6. 7. 8. So, looks good. Looks straight for the most part. Wow, look at this. It's a keyboard. So now oh, who won the vote? Let me see. Wow. So we got a 60-40 split with GMK Noel winning. Noel? 60%. It's fine. Keycaps are easy to change. Who knows? Maybe it'll look really nice with this color. This is the fun part. I'm so excited. I love putting keycaps on. Now, I hate taking keycaps off, but I love putting them on. Let's see. I don't have the novelties because I didn't think they were that cute. Fight me. Okay. One, two, three, four. Oh. 5 and 6 is not sideways. 7, 8. It feels like a Friday to me, honestly. This week has been so weird and long. It's been a very long week. Okay. So 0, minus, and a plus. See what this is tab, right? Okay. I know. I wish it was Friday. Not looking bad so far. The calming blue with the minty mint. You know, you really don't realize how little you know where the letters are until you actually have to try and put the keycaps on. It's like I just know where they are with my fingers, but looking at the actual keys, they don't make any sense to me. That's not where P is it? So they give you either scooped or barred homing keys. The F and the J homing keys, and I greatly prefer the barred ones. The scooped ones feel weird. Too scooped. J. I heard that too. Yeah. It is an old relic of something super archaic and not relevant today, but people are just so used to it. An old techie's tale. That's also possible. Those techies always making stuff up. I hate putting it, well, I guess I don't hate it. I'm saying a lot of like hyperboles. I'm not a huge fan, oh, that feels nice, of putting keys on the stabilizers because it's a very tight fit. That feels nice. So I'm really only not putting this backspace on because I can't find it. Like, I don't know what I did with it. I thought I put it back from the last time I used it. Yeah, I don't know what I did with the standard backspace key. Oh, is this it? Is this it? Good enough. That looks right, right? Yeah, just don't look at it too closely. It's fine. We're fine. Okay, give me that shift key. But I did install the stabilizers with the, like, some stabilizer tape. Not tape. It's like the Band-Aid mod, but like official stabilizer, like little stickers, which I don't know if it does anything really. It's supposed to like decrease potential for wobble or whatever. But I think that is an old, similar to the typewriter thing, I think it's an old relic of when people used to have to clip their stabilizers before they installed them. And you really don't have to do that anymore because they make a lot of them that don't need to be clipped. Okay, do I want a blue space bar? Because I can't have a blue space bar. I don't have a blue space bar. It's gonna have to be a white space bar. Oh, it's off center, isn't it? Oh, I should have checked that before I closed it up. Actually, no, that's right. I was just putting it on the wrong spot. Okay. That doesn't sound very good, does it? I'm gonna have to do something with that. Put Play-Doh underneath it or something. Okay. Move along. Okay. Is this a good fit? Does that fit? Alt needs to go here, doesn't it? Let's make this super. Oh, it's too big. Are these 1U? These can't be 1U. These have to be like 1.25 or something. Like that. Yeah, okay, that looks better. This one's too big. How about this one? That was the same size. Let's call it super, because super fits here. Perfect. Okay. Up and right and down and a left. So we had insert and delete, and then page up and page down. Oh, that delete's not right. I don't have a keycap puller. Oh no, I don't have a keycap puller. Okay. You're part of the algorithm now. Huh. Oh, there it is. I found the correct profile. Well, I'm sorry, you've been algorithmed. I don't know how to get this keycap out. I don't have my keycap puller. Okay, it's fine. It's just gonna have to be the wrong row profile for now. So yeah, I'm done. Here's the underglow. There are way worse ways to get algorithm, that's right. Look at all these spare parts. I'm gonna try and ignore them, pretend like they're not here, because that is very alarming that there are so many spare parts. That sounds pretty good, actually. Oh, I should probably turn the sound off for the keyboard tester, huh? Because that's really distracting. Okay, let's try this. Keyboard tester got relaunched. I'm happy with that. It feels nice. It has a nice tactile feel to it too. Well, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me on this journey to put this together. I'm really proud of this, actually. This was really nice. But anyway, I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks again for joining me. Thank you. Yeah, this is my first time streaming a keyboard build, because usually I hodgepodge it and then I panic. So yeah, anyway. Yes, I'll take photos of this with these caps, and then I'll install the other caps and take photos, and we can do a side-by-side comparison, hopefully with the same lighting. And then I'll put that to a vote. We'll see how people feel about that. But it's almost like, because the keycaps have that blue, it gives the case a bluish hue to it as well. So, and then you can see that's pretty nice. this was a lot better than I was expecting, mostly because I was really psyching myself up and telling myself it wasn't going to be a terrible stream. But this is really nice. This is a lot of fun. Yay! Anyway, again, thanks for joining for my first stream to put together a keyboard. I really appreciate it. It made me feel a lot less alone. And yeah, I'll post photos, change keycaps, post more photos, put it up to a vote, and hopefully I can put together the next keyboard faster and on stream again. Yeah. Anyway, have a good night. Talk to you soon. And thank you. Bye.